I think, Mr. President, all that needed to be said have been said with regards to our former president, late General Buhari. Mr. President, I had a very rare privilege of working with him from 2015, 2023. And he as president then, I as governor of Niger State. So all I have to say, Mr. President, he gave us all the necessary support. We keep him in prayers. I think prayer is what he needs at this moment. And we pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give him Al-Jannah Firdaus. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. The time is all for this debate. But Senator Ozenaso, just say one word or two, because you were the organizing secretary when he was nominated. Just one or two.
Well, thank you, Mr. President. My name is Osita Ozenaso. I represent Imo West. On behalf of my constituency, we want to extend our condolences to the government and people of Nigeria, as well as government and people of Kaduna State, on the demise of President Muhammadu Buhari. Well, I was the National Organizing Secretary of APC in 2015 when President Buhari was elected. I want to recall that before President Buhari bought his form then was only 30 million naira. President Buhari told us that he didn't have money to buy the form. And a lot of people tried to contribute money for him to buy the form, but he refused. Rather, he went to Union Bank, his bank, and took a loan to buy the form. President Buhari also made it clear that he didn't have money to prosecute presidential election. So the party took it upon ourselves to raise money from party members and supporters of President Buhari. On one of such occasions, somebody willingly donated 200 million naira. And it was a debate whether to inform President Buhari or not, but eventually he was informed that so and so person brought 200 million to support his campaign. And President Buhari said, who? They mentioned his name. He said, this man, does he have such amount of money? Wallahi, Barawo, there is a thief. Where did he get the money from?
Point of order.
So,
point of order. Mr. President, very distinguished colleagues, I rise on Order 8, Sub 3 of our rules to move for an extension of time to enable us take one or two orders of the day that we consider extremely cogent and compelling. I so move.
Minority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. Very distinguished colleagues. Second, the motion as moved by Senate Leader for the extension of time. I so second.
Distinguished colleagues, those in support of the motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Yes, distinguished Senator Ozenaso, you have
thank you, Mr. President.
Seconds.
I will not waste time at all. So, like I was saying earlier, that about somebody who donated 200 million. President Buhari was saying, who, this man that brought this money, how did he acquire the money that he's donating to the campaign? It became a problem that somebody who has given money is now being investigated, how he acquired the money. So at that point, we decided not to inform him about other people who are making donations. So that was the beginning of, I belong to no one, I belong to everyone. Because he asked us, the man that brought this money, did he make any request? In case if he win, we say no, he didn't make any request. So please tell him, if he make any request, we will not honor it because I belong to no one, but I belong to everybody. Mr. President, there is one aspect of President Buhari that people do not even know. The president that we know, President Buhari, was very humorous, extremely humorous. In fact, you can't stay with President Buhari without laughing, except if you're not very close to him. But Nigerians always see him as somebody who is strict, who is stern, looking, and all the rest of them. But if you stay with him closely, you can see that he's a man that is full of humor. Mr. President, today we mourn him as a leader who was not corrupt. I'm not sure anybody will say that President Buhari was a corrupt leader. He wasn't corrupt. He was not corrupt in any form. And people were even afraid to discuss matters that might border on corruption with him because he's not going to be interested in it. Today, Mr. President, we also mourn one of our greatest leaders. There are only two of them that have governed this country as military head of state and as civilian president. Only two of them. And it is a rare privilege for somebody to have such opportunity in a country of over 200 million persons. So, Mr. President, I want to end by saying that history will remember him as a man who came, who saw,